What is going on, everybody? Today's a special day because we're talking semi-affordable gaming laptops. Right here in front of me, I have the HP Pavilion 17. This is HP's sub $1,000 gaming laptop, retailing for about $929 right now. And it's a beautiful looking thing. Now the build quality is made out of all plastic. It's a black simple design. You have a green logo in the middle, depending on how the light reflects on it. 6 pounds. So it's not heavy to the point where you can't carry it around, but it will feel a bit cumbersome if you're carrying this all day long. Ports. On the left-hand side, you have your SD card slot. You have your USB Type-C port, not Thunderbolt 3, RJ45, USB 3.0, full-size HDMI. And on the other side, you have your audio jack, 2 more USB ports, and of course, your barrel connector. So a few things are upgradable. You have your M2 NVMe drive. This one happens to be 256. You have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Thank you, HP, for making a dual channel. That does help with performance. Swappable Wi-Fi card, and then you have an extra slot right here for a 2.5-inch drive. Don't get fooled by this beautiful plastic HP replica. It's just to make the internals look nice. Now, personally, because the battery is only 52 watt hours, I'm only getting about 4 to 5 hours of use before needing to charge. I would have rather them take out the 2.5-inch hard drive and then stick another M2 slot somewhere on the motherboard. They definitely have the space to do that. Now, the display kind of shocked me because I was expecting like a poor color accurate display because that's what usually most sub 1,000 laptops have. But this one's actually kind of good. Now, unfortunately, it's only 60 Hertz, so you're not gonna get a high refresh rate for gaming, but color accuracy is quite respectable. 100% sRGB and about 80% Adobe RGB. So not only is this like good for gaming, I'd feel comfortable doing design work on this. Camera, there's one on top. The bezels are a bit on the thicker side, but if you're planning on streaming or let's say having a video conference call, the camera looks like this. Now, sound is coming out of 2 speakers on the top of the laptop. They sound very narrow. So like it's like squeezing the highs, no bass whatsoever. But because they're on the top of the laptop, you do get a better sound spectrum. Keyboard, not the biggest fan of it. You do have a full-size keyboard. The keys are not cramped, so that's always good. But the keys are a bit mushy. It's not my favorite gaming keyboard. You don't get RGB, all you get is green lit keys. So if you want that customization, you'll have to move up to a more expensive HP gaming laptop, but it's more than adequate to game on and it's fine for productivity. Touchpad is on the bottom of the laptop. It's made out of plastic. It's horizontal, it's a bit narrow, and because it's plastic, it doesn't have the accuracy that glass does. Now, performance is where this thing really shines. Like, this is using an i7-9750H paired with a GTX 1660 Ti Max-Q processor. And for those of you unfamiliar with the Max-Q, you get about 50% more performance than the GTX 1650, but about 15% less performance than a full-size GTX 1660 Ti. Gameplay on this thing is absolutely fantastic. Like, this is capable of handling the majority of games with settings set to medium to high. No matter what game I threw at it, it was able to handle it comfortably. Heat management was very interesting. This laptop does not get hot whatsoever. And the reason being is because they severely power throttle it when it's under full load. Now that's a downfall if you're doing like multi-threaded applications like Adobe Premiere or 3D SolidWorks. You're not gonna get the full spectrum of the CPU. It's gonna be power throttled below base clock to around base clock speed, which a lot of people might not like. Now the upside to this though is that you get a very, and I mean very quiet gaming laptop. In fact, this is hands down the quietest gaming laptop I've reviewed in the past 2 years. So here are my closing thoughts. For a 17-inch sub 1,000 laptop, you get really great performance. I love the fact that it's so quiet. It's such a breath of fresh air being able to play games without the fans bothering you while you're doing it. Now, I'll be honest with you, if like you're looking to use the CPU to run like very intensive applications that are not games, you might be disappointed with the power throttling, but if you're buying this just to game, do some light video editing, this thing is a blessing in disguise because of those fans. It's not perfect though. Like, the keyboard's a little bit soft, the screen's a little bit wobbly, but overall this is a very solid pick for under $1,000. So anyways, that wraps up my review on the HP Pavilion 17-inch gaming laptop. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That was so cringy.